Hey, it's Blue Mantis Gaming and welcome back to the 4th episode of Everton Career Mode, and we're going into this game against Middlesbrough, hence me changing the team to a kind of weakened team. Not really weak, just like, you know, just kind of like second team, like players we wouldn't usually play, like McGeady, Atsu, Naismith, players like that. So yeah, it is going to be against Middlesbrough, and that is the first game of the episode. The second one will be against Chelsea, but that is going to come later. But for now, we're against Middlesbrough, Capital One Cup, like I said. Yeah, this is a game obviously I want to win, because maybe Capital One Cup is something. It's not like the FA Cup, you know, teams aren't as interested, you know. This is talking real life. You know, often teams which aren't as good win it because they are, you know, bigger teams aren't as interested. But yeah, we get into it and they nearly score straight away there off the post, and that should have been a goal. Really unlucky, but yeah, and they do nearly score again, and they were really good in this game. Middlesbrough, they really kind of pressed me at times, and yeah, you're about to see here. That was a good save, but Dean Whitehead whips the ball in, and Kaiki gets to the header, and that was a ferocious header right into the back of the net. It was just like boom, you know. It was a great finish. 14 minutes gone, and you see the replay here. Like the power he got on that was great. There's absolutely no chance of anyone getting to it. And yeah, we found ourselves 1-0 down against Championship side Middlesbrough. But Barkley thought, nah, I'm not having that. He ran. Yeah, you couldn't. It's much easier to do that kind of score from kickoff. He like we do just there. He kind of just ran from the spot and scored basically, which was good because it brought us back to 1-1, and we'd been behind for about 20 seconds, which was great. It's always great when you see that, because then it'll spur you on. You know, you'll go and score more goals if that kind of thing happens. But yeah, it's at 1-1. It's the 22nd minute, and one of their players gets brought down, and the ref gives a penalty. And by the way, in this game, the ref gives everything. All the penalty shouts, like mostly all of them, he just gives them. It's just like, you know, you could like trip, you could like slip in the penalty box. Any kind of going to ground in a penalty box is a penalty, and that was just not a penalty. He made a big deal of it. He kind of got tapped and then just did some dolphin dive. But yeah, Boston fires right at Joel Robles, and that was a terrible penalty. And you know, if I dived to the right, he would have scored, but I just stayed in the middle. But yeah, Barkley has a shot there, and it actually hits the crossbar, and that was really unlucky. And I really wish I'd scored that, because a few minutes later, Clayton gets the ball and plays it through to Dean Whitehead. And Dean Whitehead, he's in a good position, and he slots the ball in. That was a great finish. Because it just was. I mean, if you look at the replay here, it was he did really well not to keep the ball and finish it. About to see here, yeah, he just took a touch and slotted it in, and just left the defenders for dead. Really, basically all three of them. And yeah, we were behind once again, and this time there was no instant equaliser, but McGeady very nearly scored, and this was a few minutes before half time. So really, we should have been winning. We had enough chances. We'd hit the bar. I haven't showed all of them, but then it gets worse. Vossen puts the ball in similar position, similar angle, and we find ourselves 3-1 down right before half time, and that is really not a good way to go into half time, just before half time. But this, you've got to credit him, because that was a great finish. It was like Whitehead's finish, except it was off the ground, and maybe, you know, he didn't have as much defenders on him. But yeah, half time we was losing 3-0, and I was just like, ugh, how has this happened? It's just like, I really underestimated them. I think it's nothing to do with the team. I think the team I put out was pretty strong, even where, you know, it was weakened, but it was still strong, because Everton do have quite a good squad. But yeah, I don't think it was to do with that. I think I just kind of underestimated them. But Etu, in the second half, I was kind of ready for them. Etu came out and scored there. A few minutes, actually about 13 minutes in FIFA after half time. And yeah, we were suddenly back in business, just one goal behind, half an hour left. But yeah, what you find with this is that, you know, when you really want to score, you don't score. When you kind of least expect it, you will just score at will. But Etu I mean, that couldn't have been, that couldn't have gone skim past. That would have skimmed past the post because the goalie just reacted like it was going in. But that was it. There was literally nothing after that. There really wasn't. It was just, you know, you'd expect chances, you know, because I'm behind. But there really was nothing, and it was disappointing because I felt maybe if I'd created a few chances I could have got back in the game. But no, we were out of the Capital One Cup, and it was sorry, I just dropped a coin there. It was bad, but we're going into a harder game, and obviously we're going to play a much stronger team for this one. But this is at home against Chelsea, and you saw what we did to Arsenal in the previous episode, last episode. Can we repeat it? Chelsea are a bit better, but yeah, we don't do very well in the first few minutes, conceding that goal. Diego Costa, who's doing really well for Chelsea in real life, scores on this game, and let me tell you, what you're about to see in the next few minutes, I just literally, I'm gonna give something away here. I fell apart, right? This is just the beginning. At this point, I was just like, ugh, 5 minutes in, but no, it gets much worse than this. Baines here, you know, this is one of the few chances we had in the first half. Baines kind of ran through, and he should have scored that. Had that been off the ground and maybe a bit more in the corner, that would have been a goal. But Diego Costa here gives it to Salah in space, and Mohamed Salah runs into the box, kind of gives it to Costa, and then William puts it in the net for 2-0, and that was a good finish, don't get me wrong, but I was completely outplayed there. My defenders they just kept all of them just kept chasing the ball. There was no like marking, you know, Costa, William, you know, they should have had people on them, but they didn't, and we were made to pay. It was 2-0 to them, and no, believe it or not, it gets worse. Costa here picks up the ball, cuts inside, gives it to Salah. Salah controls it and shoots, and let me tell you, they took, I swear to God, they took every single chance in this match. Every single chance that came their way. They just Costa, Salah, the whole team was just on it. The whole team just destroyed me. I've just been taken apart in the first half. But Baines here picks the ball up, crosses it in. Barkley with the header. Oh God, at this point I just wanted to score, you know, even if I lost, a goal, please just give me a goal. But Ramirez plays the ball to Hazard, back to Ramirez, and then back to Matic, and Matic has just sort of Diego Costa shoots it, goes wide, and then the ref, just like he did in the Middlesbrough game, gives a penalty, which was not a penalty, and I'll show you the replay here. Look, but you be the judge. Look, was this a penalty? Come on, that is shit. I'm sorry, ref. What are you doing? That is just not a penalty. And to really piss me off, he does that. He chips me, and yeah, he scores. So it's 4-0. So at half time we're losing 4-0 to Chelsea. But that isn't it, because that goal, if you look at here, that goal, right, the whole ball has to be over the line, right? That was not a goal because the whole ball wasn't over the line. There's still a bit of the ball on the line, and I was tearing my hair out. This is like, not only am I losing, but I got screwed by the ref. I got screwed by the ref, and the penalty wasn't a penalty, and the chip, which is would piss anyone off. On top of that, it wasn't even a goal. It didn't go past the line, and then it was 5-0, and it's just I honestly felt like crying at this point. No, I didn't. I'm joking. It's just a game, lads. But yeah, honestly, this was bad. We were losing 5-0, and honestly, I felt like quitting. I just felt like forfeiting, because 3-0, if you forfeit, you lose 3-0. 3-0 is better than 5-0, 6-0 or anything else. And then straight away Barkley goes through and then scores, and that kind of was, you know, relieved, you know, because there was no doubt, you know, I'd already lost this match. There's no doubt, there's no way I was going to pull back 5 goals in the second half, but there was a chance of me maybe scoring 2 or 3 goals to just make the scoreline look a bit more healthy, you know, because at the moment it just looks like I've been just completely arse raped by Chelsea. But yeah, if I maybe score 2 goals, then be alright. And the 90th minute, there was no chances in between the beginning and the end of the first half. Literally nothing, not even from Chelsea. And yeah, Barkley scores, and to be honest, 5-2 is still a battering, but it's not as bad as 5-0. I think you'll all agree. So yeah, we lost 5-2. And I was just, we'd had a good start. We beat Leicester and Arsenal both 4-0, and then this shit happened. First Middlesbrough, now Chelsea. So maybe not such a great start, but you know, it's a loss. It's just goal difference, and yeah. And anyways, next episode should be out for a couple of days. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and bye.